Pop quiz. How many funds is too many funds for a church? Many churches slowly over time end up with more funds than they actually need. And that's mostly just because no one ever wants to close one, like ever. I once talked to a pastor whose church had a church bus fund for a bus they didn't have. They sold it. Now that money's tied up for something that they can't use it on. Now, how many exactly is too many? Frankly, if your church has funds that number in the double digits, that's already a sign that you probably have too many and you need to consolidate some. So here's a few things you can do to clean up the mess. Step one is to broaden your perspective on your church's accounting. A lot of the funds that you have were created because you or somebody were too specific with your funds. You don't need a fund for every little thing that somebody donates to. Step two is to create funds only for those very big things, like your missions fund or your building fund. And of course, your general fund. You use your categories to be more specific with how money is coming in and going out of your church. But no, you don't need a separate fund just to track the money being spent for paper plates and cups for the potluck. Step number three is to consolidate. Once you've created your buckets that cover a broad spectrum at your church, start consolidating some of your funds together so that you can simplify your accounting and finally access some of those funds that were tied up in things that are no longer relevant at your church. And a bonus tip, I highly recommend that you review your funds annually and close ones that are no longer serving a purpose at your church. That way you're not kicking the can down the road and leaving a mess for someone else to clean up. Sort of like the one that you inherited, right?